Hey, welcome to Studio 5. Here's what's ahead on today's show.
God's been good through the highs and the lows. Let me testify that he never let me go.
His music is up for more than a half dozen Stellar Awards, and Pastor Mike Jr.'s got even more to share.
The Amen Mixtape is my attempt to give real people real gospel.
An AI expert shares the secrets to success for churches and artificial intelligence.
If I don't know about AI and how to use it in my church experience, maybe consider a consultant.
I rented out my half bath to a professional gamer.
Headshot, let's go!
And a new film with a hometown connection.
Do you have butterflies?
And those stories are now just moments away, but before we get to them, let's jumpstart this week's countdown of the top 5 stories in the world of uplifting entertainment.
At number 5.
Go there, I will not be afraid. In the end you will lose. I will dance on your grave.
New music from Mercy Me. The project is titled Wonder and Awe.
This album took about 1.5 years, and it kind of started with us working with our producer Ted T and just playing around with songs, and next thing you know, we realized that I think we're making an album.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of you, I know I'm just passing through.
At number 4.
Hey there, this is Dolly, coming to you straight from Nashville.
The Queen of Country joins a cast of celebrities for this year's 1-hour commercial-free special, Stand Up to Cancer. This Friday, August 15th, on more than 30 participating media platforms.
Every day from every corner of this country, we lose 1,670 people to cancer. But we can end this heartache by supporting Stand Up to Cancer.
So stand up with all of us and let's save lives together.
Because of you, we're making the impossible possible.
Together.
Together.
Together. When we stand together, cancer doesn't stand a chance.
The 40th Annual Stellar Awards will be handed out in just a matter of days, and Pastor Mike Jr. is at the top of the list with 9 nominations, including Song of the Year. This summer, he's also premiered a new mixtape called Confetti Conspiracies, the Amen Mixtape.
I asked him for a little, he gave me a lot, then just pay the bill, y'all he paid it off.
So we've known you for the last few years, but you've been doing this a whole lot longer. As far as recording.
No, that's the crazy part. People believe, everybody keeps saying, where does he come from?
Mm-hmm.
So in 2009, I started Rock City Church in Birmingham, Alabama. My pastor spoke a word to me that I believe was God. He said, love God, love your family, love your city. And in 10 years, the world will come looking for you. And so I've always wanted to do music. Funny thing is, when you hear Big, when you hear I Got It, when you hear some of the songs we're doing now, like Winning, these are songs that been in my phone for years, but when God tells you to wait, you have to wait. And I believe there are so many people that are giving the devil credit for killing the dream that patience actually killed. And if you get patience, God will do things in due season.
A new man when I look in my face. Under my feet, I put him back in his place.
In terms of God doing things that just he has to take credit for, you really came to light in the world during the pandemic.
Yeah.
That's when
yeah, it's crazy, right?
When we can't get together, we can't go to a concert, we can't.
And I think one of those things, I think it was God's sovereignty. I was upset with God, you know, because you got to think about it. I wait like he tells me to wait. 2009, wait 2 years. I wait till 2019, drop the song. 2020, it goes dark. Everybody's quarantined. The day Big went #1, I couldn't even celebrate with my family and friends. So you have to understand, I said, God, why are you doing this to me? And I never forget, I heard the Lord in my spirit say, I'm giving you everything you prayed for without the people to praise you for it, to make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. The pandemic had its trials, but there were some bright moments. You know, I got a chance to spend time with my kids. You know, you're moving so fast, you can re-identify who you are. And for me, man, just sitting at home, finding ways to communicate with the world. And by the time we came out the pandemic, everybody was asking, now who is that again? So it was fun.
Now your path to be obedient to God comes at a unique point from what I understand. I'm an Alpha.
Okay.
You're a Kappa. Correct?
That's right. That's right.
So You're in college, and you're not necessarily being the preacher's kid.
Oh no, I'm out there. Hey, I'm outside, and I'm in the club, Oak Tree Lounge. I'm in the club, and I'm on the mic. Hey, throw it up, throw it up. I mean, everybody rocking, and I clearly heard the Lord say, "Right crowd, wrong place." So much so that in the microphone, I said, "What?" Then I heard the Lord say again in my spirit, "Right crowd, wrong place." I walk out the club. This is a Thursday night. Walk out the club, go to my apartment, sit on the edge of the bed and just cry because I knew what it was. That next morning, I withdrew from school. You know, when I hear God, there is no delay. It's go. That Thursday night, I hear the Lord. That Friday morning, I drop out of college. I go home. My dad proceeds to punch me in the chest and say, "I'm taking you back to school Monday." He wakes me up that Saturday and says, "Ride with me so we can talk." We get to his church leadership meeting and half of his leadership splits the church. That Sunday, he has nobody to sing. I lead worship and the rest is history.
The Wi-Fi busting ain't never interrupted, now what? 2545, that's why.
I'm either the luckiest person in the world or God. My strategy is, God, you tell me what to sing, I'm gonna sing it, and so far he's been blessed.
Demons don't like me, keep it P. They better keep it pushing, this is me.
Pastor Mike's mixtape, Confetti Conspiracies, the Amen mixtape, is available wherever you stream your music. Still to come, AI expert Derrick Hammonds has a lesson for churches when it comes to artificial intelligence.
For me, I'm hopeful and creative and thinking through already what we could build together as a church.
At number 3.
May your struggles keep you near the cross.
Grammy Award-winning recording artist Jonathan McReynolds returns to school this fall as a new distinguished professor at Virginia Union University.
The smartest people in history, the Albert Einsteins, the whatevers, they've always understood that the more you know you don't know.
In an Instagram post, he said, "Teachers gotta teach. I'm so excited to join the geniuses of Virginia Union and help equip the next generation of kingdom leaders, creators, and carriers of the gospel. Let's go."
God is good.
At number 2. New information on Mel Gibson's highly anticipated sequel to The Passion of the Christ. It will be released in 2 parts. The Resurrection of the Christ Part 1 releases Good Friday 2027. Part 2 follows 40 days later on Ascension Day.
It's very ambitious, that's all I'll say. It took a long time to write. It's really ambitious, and it goes from like the fall of the angels to the death of the last apostle.
Derrick Hammonds is an AI expert and a pastor, and he believes artificial intelligence and the church should be working together. What's the advice to churches, ministries that are typically already behind the times when it comes to media, already behind the times when it comes to internet, already behind the times when it comes to social media? Now we have AI on top of this. I mean, many feel like I haven't even caught up on Facebook yet. Now you're telling me that. What do you do?
My advice would be start somewhere. Things like ChatGPT. You can use it for free, to just use it and start, to build, to get your appetite wet as to what it can do versus what it can't do. Secondly, I would suggest, if I don't know about AI and how to use it in my church experience, maybe consider a consultant. I think third would be a partnership with other churches that's already using said technology, because sometimes the barter system still works really well. And if we use it to our advantage, then that service that we are lacking behind, somebody else may have it and may be willing to share it with me.
Is it something we should be afraid of?
No. I think what generates fear is the fact that this is one more tool that we have to use. And that's what generates fear. So if I have to reskill, like how to learn this, everything's always changing. I'm afraid of that more so than I'm afraid of the actual technology itself.
How would you describe the landscape right now? What are we looking at?
Oh man, the landscape, for some, it's full of opportunity. for those who are a little bit fearful, it comes with this haze of fear that's almost debilitating. And so for me, I'm hopeful and creative and thinking through already what we could build together as a church.
How do we use this technology ethically? As a minister, I don't want to pass off work that I did not do, research that I did not do, theology that I did not check.
Yes.
How do we use it ethically?
Well, I think the ethical conversation can go, one or two ways. But to kind of slim it up, I think the most ethical thing you can do is make sure you put your words into AI first. It's the most ethical thing you can do. Why? Because it's not writing for you, you are writing for it. If you have your own written information, study material, and you load it up into AI, now it becomes an advocate and a resource for you in terms of use. It becomes an assistant. It becomes a tool. It doesn't replace the work that you are called to do.
How are you seeing ministers use this well?
Oh, well, I'm seeing some use it. I'm seeing some use it in an unethical way.
Okay.
They're trying to take a shortcut. I'm seeing preachers use it as assistants in church, whether answering phone calls or sending out emails. I'm seeing pastors use it to do letters of recommendation. The possibilities are endless. And if we're talking about a user experience when someone joins your church, I'm seeing pastors use AI to help with the assimilation process, to walk people from one step to the next. This can all be AI to a point, and then the human experience can jump in to help you do the rest.
How are you feeling about the future?
Man, I'm hopeful about the future. I'm hopeful about the youth in the future who will get a hold of this and take it even further than what I have. I'm curious also as to what else can we build? What can we build natively for a certain group of people or a church to make sure they can use it? And then what can we build that doesn't cost? So that's what I'm curious and hopeful about.
To learn more, go to dkconsults.org. There's more to come right here in this edition of Studio 5, including your look at Studio 5's Snapshot.
You heard what Mama said. You can't leave this house.
The unforgettable voice of Danielle Spencer as the sassy younger sister in the 1970s sitcom What's Happening? She was born in Trenton, New Jersey and began her acting career at just 8 years old. Spencer left acting and attended UC Davis, where she earned a degree in veterinary science and went on to Tuskegee's Veterinary School and became a veterinarian in 1996. Danielle Spencer died Monday. She was 60 years old.
And that is this week's Studio 5 Snapshot. Just in time for the summer weather and movie season, we've got a look at where you can see the film Boardwalk Winter.
We all have challenges at various levels. And I think that watching Fern overcome some of the adversity that she does, I hope that it will really give more hope to people going through struggles.
Welcome back to Studio 5. Here's a look at the #1 story in the world of uplifting entertainment this week.
At number 1.
My name's Sarah Rector. The state gave me 160 acres on account of my ancestors, and there's all along.
Well, how do you know that?
God gave me the ears to hear it.
Ready for the big screen, it's the true story of the preteen who became the richest black girl in America.
Sarah's Oil is an upcoming film based on the true story of an 11-year-old girl who became one of the nation's first African-American millionaires.
Our Aunt Sarah lived an incredible life, and it's important to us that her story is being told.
She was feisty.
Yes.
I like that. Sassy.
Yeah, she was really sassy, you know.
She knew what she wanted. That's what's important.
Regardless of what we're faced with, we still carry that faith because it's precious.
I think Sarah will be proud of the way her story is portrayed.
That's all we wanted. We want to see the truth.
It's a privilege to let everyone know who Sarah Rector was.
I got a roll on my land, and I'm looking for a partner to help me drill it out.
Bertrand Byron Smith, at your service. I look for oil, and I drill for it.
I singing 50-50.
We should have our lawyers meet. That's my lawyer, the Texas handshake. There ain't nothing more binding.
We're in Oklahoma.
It goes double for Okies. Here we go.
Can you imagine? She was 11 years old. They struck oil on the land, and suddenly she's worth millions. It's almost so incredible. It's hard to believe that it's true.
What's the damage? Well, this might be the end of the road.
You give it so easy.
What's your guess? Is he gonna do the right thing?
We shook hands.
You may have to speak to him.
I don't know what to say.
God'll give you the words.
Sarah's Oil is in theaters November 7th.
Hi, I'm Sarah, Bert's business partner. Has Bert properly presented our proposition, ma'am?
You said y'all need to put in your $1,000.
We need 2,000, and we need it today. It's a partnership.
That wraps this week's countdown. We turn now to Boardwalk Winter, set here in Studio 5's hometown of Virginia Beach. It's the story of a woman who is faced with a death sentence who still decides to live and dream anyway.
Tell me about your...
Life's too short for small talk.
Then let's get uncomfortable.
So how did you come to this film?
Oh my. I read the synopsis of the story and I really liked it and I said, you know, why not? I'll go for it. I gotta get out there. You know, rest and relaxation is a good thing. It's why I moved here. Fern is a woman facing extraordinary circumstances because she is faced with this terminal illness that she's diagnosed with in the film. But she is determined to face that with relentless optimism. The film shows her journey, continuing to keep that optimism while also learning more about herself and what her wants and needs are. And her want and need really is love in the film. What are you? Some sort of addict?
What are you? Sort of a stalker?
Now, you play Cole and you're a surfer. Tell me who this guy is.
Cole is very much a guy who likes to live life on the edge. He loves the fresh air, fresh surf. He loves to be in touch with the world and always involved.
What is it about this story that made you want to do it?
It looked at a lot of the darker sides of life, morbidity particularly, and says that there can be a lot of joy no matter what you're going through.
Your car smells weird.
Yeah. It does.
We have a comedic legend in the film as well. What was it like to work with her?
There are a few words, honestly. Every day, Victoria is such a light, and just being able to both work with her but also spend time with her off set was such a gift.
Do you have butterflies?
Swaths of them.
So, Victoria, you could be doing so many things. What made you say yes to this film in Virginia?
I heard once that you get a lot of roles when you're young and when you're old, but then there's a middle time when no one knows what to do with you. So I think I'm in the old period now. At my age, I'm lucky to have dying moths. He sent me the script, never heard of him. And it's his first feature film that he wrote. And it was about death and dreams and love. And I loved my part. It's a small part. But Mrs. Kellogg is very kooky.
What do you think I should look for, you know, in a man?
Total devotion, Fern.
And we have someone facing death, if you will, but there's still comedy and laughter in this. How did you walk that line?
That's a tough line to walk. It is. I had a great professor at Regent University locally. I went to film school there that taught a class on comedy. And some of the discussion that we had was around finding comedy through pain. It helps us to see the bright spots, even in dark areas. We all have challenges at various levels. And I think that watching Fern overcome some of the adversity that she does, I hope that it will really give more hope to people going through struggles.
I'm already in there telling everyone that I am dying.
Are you serious?
If you did have a wish or hope for what the audience takes away, what is it?
I think it goes back to that message of everybody deserves love. Everybody will face challenges. Everybody will react to them in different ways. Fern isn't perfect. None of us are perfect. But through love and through our commitment to others and our love to others, we can make life a really beautiful thing. But if I go out there and I stumble and no one's there to pick me up.
Nope, 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 don't you do that.
Should I go for a run?
Boardwalk Winter is available right now wherever you stream your entertainment. Welcome back to Studio 5. Music helps us to bring you this show each and every week, and this week's soundtrack comes from a group called Ablaze. Take a listen and you'll hear why I Got It is what's playing in my ear this week. Got it. On that musical note, we are just about out of time for this week's edition of Studio 5. So let's take a look at next week's rundown.
You said my fate was sealed. You said my days were numbered. Case closed with no appeal.
We've told you there's a new movie and new music from the Men of Mercy Me.
My heart was holding its breath.
We're sitting down with the band for a deeper dive into wonder and awe.
There is like this childlike kind of thing about a lot of these songs, whether it's Fred Astaire or just stuff that just, you know, we said 30 years ago, man, if it doesn't pull at their heartstrings, then just try to make them dance.
Hey, join us for that and so much more next week. As for this week, we've got time for just one more thing. Let's give the final word to pastor and AI expert Derrick Hammonds.
When I think of our older generation and how we can use it to help bring people back to fellowship. Now, some of them haven't stopped fellowshipping. They simply use a different method to fellowship. There's the in-person method, and then there's the digital method. And while our elder statesmen don't always get it right when it comes to the digital method, it would be good for our young people to come alongside and say, hey, let me assist you and let me help you so that we can have this look in a more excellent way to get the point across. Also, using these types of applications can bring you to a point where, you know, I want to grow my church. My church has been small for a long time. I want to try something different. Well, you can use AI to help grow your church potentially if you knew the proper prompt. So there's prompt engineering that talks about your focus and what you want to talk about, the various things and how you want to see that executed. That's a part of a universal prompt. And Google has come out with how to write universal prompts, Claude, GPT. So that's researchable information that you can pull and say, now, take this and help me create a prompt to how to grow my church or how to better assist the elder statesmen that's here and using that for good. That's the type of stuff that AI can be used for.
Derrick Hammonds, thank you. That is a great final word for this week's edition of Studio 5 and this week's look at uplifting entertainment. Until next time, make time to uplift someone around you, and then please come on back and see where Studio 5 takes you next week. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching.